Welcome back to video 2. This one is all about the different soil types. There are 4 main soil types. They are clay, sandy, silty, and loamy. The first one is clay soil, and clay soil feels lumpy and sticky when it's very wet, and it can become rock hard when it dries. Clay drains really poorly, and because the particles are so tiny, there's few air spaces between them. It can warm slowly in spring, so it's a very cold soil, and it's very heavy to cultivate. But if drainage is improved, plants can grow well in clay as it holds more nutrients than many of the other soils. The next one is sandy soil. Sandy soil is very free draining, so water flows through it quickly. It can be gritty to the touch. It's got the heavier particles or the bigger particles out of the lot. It warms up quickly in spring, so it's easy to cultivate. Seeds will germinate in it because it gets nice and warm. But it dries out quickly, and it may lack nutrients which are easily washed through the soil in wet weather, and it's often called a hungry soil.
What's a hungry soil?
Nothing's a hungry soil. I'm making a video, so shush. Hi and shush. Thanks. Silty soil. Sorry, students come in at the worst times, don't they? Silty soil is the next type of soil, and it's smooth and soapy to the touch. You can even see on that guy's hands, like it's kind of stuck to his hands. It's a bit sort of soapy. It's very well draining, and it also holds a lot of moisture, and it's richer in nutrients. It's richer in nutrients, which means it's more fertile than sandy soil. So it's easier to cultivate than clay. It's not quite as heavy, but the soil structure is pretty weak, and it can be easily compacted, and it's very prone to erosion. But it is a very, very good soil if it is well managed. The last one is loamy soil, and loamy soil is the perfect soil. It has very good structure. It drains well. It retains moisture. It's full of nutrients. And it's easy to cultivate. So it warms up quickly in spring, and it doesn't dry out in summer. Consider yourself pretty lucky if you've got loamy soil in your garden. The last thing isn't actually a type of soil, but it's a very, very important component in soil, and that's the humus. Not the hummus, the humus. Remember, we don't eat it, it's part of the soil. So when plants drop leaves and twigs and other material to the ground, it piles up, and this material is called leaf litter. When animals die, their remains add to the litter as well. Ooh, dead animal. Over time, all of this litter decomposes, and this means it decays or breaks down into its most basic chemical elements. Many of these elements are important nutrients for the soil and organisms that depend on the soil for life, such as plants. The thick brown or black substance that remains after most of the organic litter has decomposed is called the humus. Earthworms often mix the humus with the minerals in the soil. Oops, too far again. Okay, that's it. Bye.